Have you ever thought about what really makes someone miss you? It's not just being apart. There are certain things that can make her long for you even more and make her think of you more often. Today's video will reveal these powerful cues and combine them with Stoic principles to help you understand how to use moments of absence to deepen her emotional connection with you. We'll look at the psychology of attachment and memory and show how Stoicism's ideas about self-control and emotional balance can give you an edge in making her miss you even more, whether you just broke up with someone or are drifting apart from someone you used to be close to. This video is meant to give you useful information and a deep understanding. If you're new to the channel and want to see more videos about relationships and Stoic knowledge, click the red subscribe button and become a part of our community. This is the beginning of your path to stronger relationships. First, let's dive in. She feels like she can't be seen in the chaos of everyday life. Forget how important the attention we get from others is. We don't really understand how important it is until it's gone. For example, when a woman feels forgotten all of a sudden, it can make her long for the person who used to make her feel truly seen. There are different ways that this feeling of not being seen can show up. She might tell you about a success and notice that you're not there to party with her like you used to. Or she might be having a bad day and miss how you could tell what she was feeling and help her without her having to say a word. The Stoics taught us to value what we can control and to be fully engaged in the present moment. When you were with her, giving her your full attention, it wasn't just about being there physically, it was also about being there emotionally and mentally. This kind of presence is rare in today's fast-paced world, where distractions are everywhere and real connection often feels elusive. To make her miss you, it's about cultivating that same kind of Stoic presence when you're not there. When she remembers how you used to be fully attentive to her needs, she realizes the depth of connection that is now missing. It's not about playing hard to get or manipulating emotions. It's about really understanding the power of your presence and how much it meant. Think about the Stoic principle of enjoying what you have while you have it and not being attached to it when it's gone. When she realizes that not everyone can be as attentive as you, she starts to realize how much she took it for granted. This is where the power of your absence comes in. By taking a step back, you give her time to think about what life is like without your thoughtful presence. Imagine she comes home from a long day feeling tired and worn out. In the past, you would have noticed the tension in her shoulders and the slight slump in her walk and would have known exactly how to comfort her, whether it was with a warm hug, a listening ear, or just a quiet evening together. Now she is alone with her feelings, realizing how much she misses the way you used to care for her. In a world where genuine attention is becoming more rare, the memory of someone who truly saw her can be very powerful. It serves as a poignant reminder of our deep need for recognition and understanding, and the uniqueness of someone who can meet that need. So embrace the Stoic wisdom of being irreplaceable by being present and attentive when you are there, and letting your absence speak for itself. This way, she will feel the weight of your presence even when you're not there, which will make her miss you even more. Number 2. She has problems with her daily routines. As humans, we are creatures of habit. Our daily routines give us comfort and a sense of stability, and they are often tied to the presence of people we care about. When someone is no longer a part of our daily life, these routines are thrown off, leaving a void that is hard for even the toughest person to ignore. From my point of view, these interruptions are strong memories of how temporary and changing life is. They show us how deeply connected our lives are with others and how their absence can affect our daily activities, causing an emotional imbalance. Imagine that she wakes up in the morning and doesn't get a good morning text from you. It was a small but meaningful part of her day, a simple act that made her smile. Or maybe she comes home from work expecting to share dinner with someone, but finds the house empty and quiet. These seemingly small events are powerful reminders of your absence. They disrupt her routine, and each one makes her feel more longing and missing. It's not about playing games or controlling her feelings. It's about realizing how important it is for her to be with you. You can't change whether she misses you or not, but you can be the kind of person whose absence is felt. Use this to your advantage to make her miss you. Be present and meaningful when you're with her. Have real conversations. Create memorable moments and make her life better. When you add value and joy to someone's life, your absence will naturally leave a void. For example, instead of sending generic messages, send ones that are personal and show you care. Tell her about a moment from your day or a memory you both have. These small acts of connection become a part of her daily routine, something she looks forward to and misses when it's gone. If you regularly take walks together after work or have a favorite show you watch every Thursday night, these shared experiences become ingrained in her life when you're no longer there. These routines are disrupted, and the absence becomes a constant reminder of what she's missing in essence. By being genuinely present and adding meaningful value to her life, you create a space that only you can fill when you step back. The disruption of these routines makes her realize the depth of your impact on her daily life. The Stoic lesson here is clear focus on being the best version of yourself and bringing positivity into others' lives. When you do this, your absence is naturally felt and she will miss you. Not because of manipulation, but because of the genuine connection and comfort you provided. Number 3, she feels the sting of loneliness. Loneliness is a powerful emotion that can create a deep void within someone's heart for a woman. This feeling can get even stronger when she thinks about times when she felt truly connected with someone, maybe with you. When she's alone, her mind naturally wanders to the people who made her feel understood and valued. This emotional space becomes fertile ground for longing and reminiscing, amplifying memories of the company she once shared with you. In Stoicism, understanding the nature of loneliness can be a tool for both personal growth and fostering deeper connections. Stoicism teaches us to be aware of our feelings without letting them take over. Stoic teachings say that it's important to focus on the quality of your interactions instead of just being present. This helps us see loneliness not just as a bad feeling, but as a reminder of the meaningful connections we've had. When she feels alone, whether she's at home in the quiet of her room, lost in a crowd, or with friends who don't quite connect with her, that's when she realizes the unique place you held in her life. This makes her miss you more. Being physically close to someone doesn't mean you understand them. When you were with her, if you genuinely listened, shared your thoughts openly, and created moments of true connection, these are the memories that will come back to her when she is alone. It's the shared laughter over inside jokes, the peaceful silences where words weren't needed, and the feeling of being completely seen and accepted that stand out. Think of a time when you both spent a quiet evening talking about dreams and fears under the stars, or when you gave her a safe place to let out her anger without being judged. You were with her not only physically, but also in spirit, giving her a sense of safety and understanding. When she is alone, these are the times she will remember longing for that sense of comfort and belonging. Additionally, Stoicism stresses how important it is to understand that life's experiences are temporary. By living by this principle, you let her experience the natural ebb and flow of her emotions without constantly trying to remind her of your presence. Instead, you make memories that last for a long time. You can be sure that she will miss genuine and deep moments when you're not there. Remember that being alone can also make her romanticize past relationships, remembering only the good times and not the bad. As a Stoic, your goal is not to control these feelings, but to provide real moments of connection. When you let go of the need to always be in her mind and instead focus on being real and present, she will naturally miss the real you. This is the power of emotional connection and the art of making someone really miss you by being the person who, when you're gone, leaves a gap that no one else can fill. Fill number 4. She judges other people by your standards. It's normal for people to compare things, especially when it comes to relationships. Stoicism tells us to be aware of this tendency and not let it control us, but to understand where it comes from. According to Stoic philosophy, when a woman interacts with other men, whether socially or romantically, she may unconsciously judge them by the standard you set. This isn't a coincidence. It's a reflection of the meaningful connection you shared with her and the effect you had on her life. Stoicism tells us to be aware of these kinds of ties and think about what they mean for her. Comparing other people to you can make you feel attached, a renewed admiration for your unique qualities. It might remind her of your humor, your attentiveness, your intelligence, or even those quirky traits that made you so memorable to her. When she meets someone new and notices that they lack these characteristics, it highlights the unique bond you shared. This isn't about putting you on a pedestal or diminishing the value of others. Rather, it's about acknowledging the special mix of attributes you brought into her life. Stoicism reminds us that every person we meet is different and has their own virtues. While another man might excel in some areas, he can't replicate the overall experience of being with you. For example, imagine she's on a date with someone new and they're talking about a shared interest. She might think he's nice, but he doesn't make me laugh like you did, or he's successful, but he doesn't understand me in the way you did. These thoughts reflect the deep impression you left on her, showing that your qualities still resonate with her, even in your absence. So how can you use this Stoic understanding to make her miss? When you focus on being your true self by living by your values and being who you are, you naturally set a standard that others will use to accept your unique qualities without having to prove anything. When you act with integrity and keep a strong sense of self, you leave a lasting impression. In addition, practice being detached in a Stoic way. Being detached doesn't mean you don't care about her feelings. It means you're not emotionally dependent on them. Being independent and self-sufficient shows that you're confident and that your happiness isn't tied to what she does. This creates a powerful dynamic where she may start to miss the stability and strength you brought into her life. In essence, know that when a woman compares other women to you, it's a sign of the special bond you shared, and by living by Stoic principles, being honest, self-control and understanding will not only leave a lasting impression on her, but they will also make her miss the special connection you had with her. Remember that the key is not to manipulate her into missing you, but to let your true self shine so brightly that she can't help but feel the absence of your presence. If this speaks to you, please show your support by liking this video and leaving a comment below with the phrase, "Let them feel the absence of my presence." Your participation helps us share these timeless Stoic principles with others who may benefit from them right now. Let's move on to number 5. When life throws her curveballs, she has a hard time emotionally. It's normal for a woman going through hard times to look for comfort in the people she knows and trusts, especially those who have been a source of strength and stability for her in the past. Sometimes the lack of your support can become painfully clear, making her realize how much she misses you. During these times, she may remember how you were always there to listen without judging, how you gave her wise, well-thought-out advice, or just being there made everything a little bit easier to handle. The contrast between having to deal with these problems on her own and remembering the times you were there to help her can make your absence feel even more real now. Let us look at this from a Stoic point of view. Stoics teach us that we can't change the outside world, but we can change how we react to it. In relationships, you can't change how she feels or the problems she faces, but you can change the memories she has of you. By always being there for her with understanding and emotional stability, you build a strong foundation that she will likely miss when things get tough. It's not just about being there to fix problems. It's about being that one person who can give her emotional balance and steadiness. That person who can help you see things in a new way, and whose presence alone can make you feel better. Think about this: if you could make her laugh even when things were bad, or if you could change her mood with a few well-placed words. These traits are especially valued when you're not around. When she's going through tough times, she'll long for those times when things were easy or when you gave her clear advice. Stoics tell us to develop virtues and good qualities that help others as well as ourselves. For example, by being someone who can offer emotional support, you make yourself more useful in ways that go beyond the surface. How can you apply this to your life? To make her miss you, you need to be aware of the emotional impact you have on others. Develop empathy and understanding so that your presence feels like a safe haven. Be the person who listens, offers advice without judgment, and creates a sense of calm and reassurance. When you consistently show these traits, you leave an indelible mark on her heart. When you're not around, the void that you leave behind will be stark in comparison to your supportive presence. During hard times, we often think about the people in our lives who have been there for us. This can make her appreciate the mental support she got from you even more, which will make her miss you even more. Understanding this part of human nature and bringing Stoic ideas to it can help you see how important emotional support is in relationships. When things go wrong, the connections we make during good times become even more important, leaving lasting marks on our hearts and minds. In this way, by being emotionally stable and supportive, you naturally become someone she misses when you're not around. Supporting the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy number 6. Seeing couples who are happy. Seeing happy couples together can make people feel a range of emotions, especially if they've recently lost a connection. According to Stoic philosophy, this longing and nostalgia isn't just a random feeling. It's a sign of something deeper, a reminder of what we once valued and shared. For example, when a woman sees other couples having fun together, it can make her miss her own relationship. She might be sitting alone in a coffee shop watching a couple laugh over a shared joke. The sight might remind her of the laughs and light-hearted conversations she used to have with you. Or she might see a couple walking hand in hand in the park and feel completely at ease in each other's company. This simple act of togetherness can bring back memories of the times she felt the same comfort and security walking next to you. These encounters are often unexpected and can hit her hard, making her realize how much she misses those moments of connection from a Stoic point of view. Thoughts and reflections can be helpful. They can remind us of what we valued and teach us about the importance of meaningful relationships. Instead of dwelling on regret, we can use this knowledge to change and improve. If you want her to miss you, try living up to the Stoic ideals of self-control. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself instead of constantly reaching out or trying to rekindle old flames. This doesn't mean becoming distant or cold. It just means being aware of your actions and emotions when she sees you living your life to the fullest, pursuing your passions, staying calm under pressure, and respecting your own space. She may start to miss the safety and confidence you gave her. You can also make her miss you by appreciating the times you spent together, but not letting them define you. As a Stoic, you know that change is a part of life, and that it's more important to focus on the present and what you can control. By showing that you're at peace with yourself and that you value your own happiness, you create a sense of intrigue and admiration that can make her think about what she had and what she now misses. In conclusion, seeing other happy couples can be a powerful way to get a woman to think about the good times she had with you. You can subtly encourage her to think about what she's missing by sticking to your own path instead of chasing her. Keep your cool. This can be more convincing than any big act, leaving her to wonder about the special bond you two had and why she let it slip away. 7th, she goes to social events by herself. Going to social events by herself can make the memories of time spent together seem very different from the present moment of being by herself. When she goes to events she used to enjoy with you, your absence is not only noticeable, but also deeply felt. It's during these times that she may start to realize how much she misses you and how you made these events more special in your own way. Absence makes the heart grow fond because it allows someone to truly appreciate what they had when she attends these events alone, whether it's a casual get-together with friends or a more formal celebration. She becomes acutely aware of the void left by your absence. This isn't just about having a date to accompany her, it's about the specific qualities you brought to her social experiences. For example, think about the way you used to bring a lively energy to conversations, making even the dullest events enjoyable. Or perhaps you provided a calming presence that helped her feel more at ease, especially if she struggled with social anxiety. When she finds herself in these situations without you, she may miss the comfort and security that came from having you by her side. From a Stoic perspective, we understand that what she misses is not just the physical presence, but the emotional support and the shared understanding that comes from having someone who knows you well. The Stoics teach us to value these connections deeply, recognizing that they are rare and should be cherished. When she navigates social events alone, she might start to realize that it's not just about having someone to go with, but about missing the specific ways you made her feel understood and supported to make her miss you more. Consider focusing on your own self-improvement and personal growth. Stoics would tell you to stay calm and focused on what you can control, your actions and character. By being the best version of yourself, you become someone who is truly felt. When you don't chase after her or look for approval from her, you exude a calm confidence that she may be longing for. You can also subtly remind her of the good qualities you brought to those social situations. You can bring back memories by posting a picture of you having fun at a similar event, or telling a story about a fun time you had together. But remember that the point is not to manipulate, but to stay true to yourself and let her naturally realize what she's missing. In essence, by adopting a Stoic attitude, focusing on your own growth, staying calm, and valuing the meaningful connections you've had, you create an environment where she can naturally start to miss the unique presence you brought into her life. It's about letting go of what you can't control and becoming someone worth missing. 8th, she learns about your success. When women hear about your success from afar, it usually makes them feel very happy for you. Stoic ideas say that we should remember that everyone has their own path, and that our successes are part of our journey, not theirs. This response isn't just based on envy or regret. It's based on the memories and experiences that brought you together in the first place. Your success may naturally remind her of the times she was close to you and shared your dreams, goals, and accomplishments. For example, if you recently got a promotion at work or reached a big personal goal, she may remember the times you shared your hopes and successes with her. She may remember the late-night talks where you talked passionately about your goals, or the times she was by your side celebrating your small and big wins. Seeing that she's not in these important moments anymore can make her feel a deep desire and nostalgia through the lens of Stoicism. You should always focus on what you can change: your acts, your growth, and your attitude. You can't change how other people feel about your success. You can change how you present yourself and your accomplishments if you want her to miss you and know what she's missing. Work on becoming the best version of yourself and show growth not only in your career or personal achievements, but also in your character's strength and wisdom. For example, you could share your successes with mutual friends or on social media, but not to brag, but to show that you're always getting better. This method isn't about showing off your success. It's about showing how you've grown and become stronger over time. A basic Stoic principle says that if she sees that you're doing well and changing all the time, it can make her realize what she's lost. The key is to show that you're growing and achieving without her approval or presence. The Stoic idea of amor fati, or loving one's fate, tells us to see every event, good or bad, as something that helps us grow. If you focus on your own path and keep going after your goals without her, you're living out this philosophy. View from afar can remind her of the good times, the goals you both shared, and the bond you once had. It can make her think about why she moved away and maybe make her long for the link you two once had. So while you continue on your path to success and self-improvement, she will be thinking about you. Remember that your growth can be a gentle but powerful reminder to her of what she's missing out on. This realization can make your absence more noticeable during important life events, making her miss you even more. This isn't about manipulating her emotions. It's about staying true to your journey, your values, and your growth, and letting these be the triggers for any emotions she might feel. Imagine a time when she really understands how she contributed to the distance between you two. This realization often makes a woman miss someone very much. When a woman thinks about her past interactions and decisions, she may realize how her actions caused you to grow apart. She may feel a mix of regret and longing, realizing that the small things she missed or the misunderstandings she let slide now seem like missed chances of getting closer. Stoics believed that self-examination was important for understanding one's role in life's events and for taking responsibility for one's actions. When she starts to realize her mistakes, it can be a wake-up call, a moment when she realizes how much she undervalued your presence, misunderstood your intentions, or overlooked the unique qualities that made you who you are. It's not about guilt, but about learning from the past, a principle highly valued in Stoicism. Now, how can you use this knowledge to make her miss you even more? First, you need to embrace the Stoic principle of patience. Don't rush to remind her of her mistakes or push her to see your worth right away. Instead, give her the space to come to these realizations. By doing this, you respect her journey and give her time to think deeply. If you've pulled back a bit to give her space, keep working on your own growth and self-improvement. Let her know that you're not just waiting. You're working on becoming more like the Stoic ideal of self-mastery and independence. When she sees that you are strong-willed and not too interested in what she thinks, she may start to think again about what she lost. Remember that in Stoicism, we learn to control our own actions and reactions, not those of others. Stay calm and live your life according to your values. Whether you meant for her to miss you or not, your absence will feel even more important when she realizes what a great man you are, one who knows how to balance life, love, and personal growth. Number 10. She feels nostalgia through other people's kindness. When a woman sees kindness from others, it often makes her remember the special ways you showed your love and care. This isn't just about random acts of kindness. It's about the deep emotional connections and specific moments that made your relationship unique. When she sees a friend's support, a co-worker's thoughtfulness, or even a stranger's random act of kindness, it can unexpectedly remind her of how you showed your love and care. Let us look at this from a Stoic point of view. Focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't is what Stoicism teaches us. If a woman misses you because she sees kindness in others, that's not something you can directly change. However, you can change how you act and think to make it more likely that she will miss you. For example, in your relationship, you may have had a special way of showing kindness, like sending her a thoughtful message when she was having a hard day, or knowing exactly when to give her space and when to hold her close. These actions come from understanding her needs and our expressions of Stoic wisdom. The Stoics stressed being present and fully engaged in our relationships. We should do our best without expecting anything in return. For example, remember the time you surprised her with her favorite meal after she mentioned wanting it in passing. It wasn't just the meal, it was the effort to make her feel seen and understood. Now, when someone else does something nice for her, like bringing her coffee, she might appreciate it, but it also makes her remember how you went the extra mile to follow Stoic principles to make her miss you. Focus on being the best version of yourself without trying to control her feelings. When you are truly yourself and live by the Stoic virtues, you will show patience, understanding, and kindness, not as a means to an end, but as a mirror of your character. Smart's bravery, justice, and temperance. You leave a strong impact on her that lasts even after you're gone. Also, remember the Stoic idea of impermanence. When she feels kindness from others, it's a gentle reminder of your absence and the irreplaceable moments you shared. But instead of trying to control her longing or manipulate her emotions, embrace the idea that what you offered was unique and valuable. The Stoics would tell you to let go of any need to control her feelings and instead focus on your own growth, your own peace of mind, and keeping your life on a steady course. By living by these principles, you become someone who is missed, not because of what you want, but because of who you are and how you show care, whether it's through kind words, thoughtful actions, or an intuitive sense of what she needs. Leave a mark on Mark. Not only are these acts of kindness remembered, they are also treasured when you're not there. This isn't meant to downplay the kindness of others, but to emphasize the unique bond and understanding you shared. In the end, the way she feels when she misses you shows how genuine care can have a lasting effect on relationships. Your unique ways of showing love leave a big hole that no one else, no matter how nice, can fill. This understanding fits with Stoic wisdom. When we act with honesty and sincerity, our actions leave a mark that can't be erased. As we come to the end of our look at how psychological cues and Stoic wisdom can strengthen emotional connections and foster a sense of longing, Mark makes our presence felt even when we are not physically there. Making someone miss you is more than just not being there. It's also about knowing how much they miss you and using the lessons of Stoicism, self-control, emotional balance, and real engagement in relationships in a smart way. We've talked about how simple things like paying attention and being there can leave a lasting impact, whether it's by messing up her daily routine, making her feel lonely, or reminding her of what makes you different from other people. Each situation shows how important it is to be thoughtful with your words and to follow the Stoic philosophy of valuing the present while getting ready for the ebb and the flow of life. Remember that the goal isn't to control her feelings, but to build a real connection that makes her value and miss your presence by following Stoic principles and working on yourself. You not only make your own life better, but you also become someone that people will remember if you liked these ideas and want to learn more about how to use Stoicism to improve your relationships. Please click the like button and send your friends to our channel. Please rate this video from 1 to 5, with 5 being the best and 1 being the worst. This will help us improve and keep making useful content. Thank you. Before you leave, Please leave a comment with your thoughts or share your experiences. If you want to learn more about the art of meaningful connections, check out the recommended videos on your screen. Until next time, embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and make your absence felt in the most impactful way.